From the creator revealing an exciting new chapter to Matthew's new character being the reason behind John Dutton's potential death, these are new details Taylor Sheridan dropped about Matthew McConaughey's Yellowstone spinoff. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. When you're working on a dozen projects together, time is one thing you can't have enough of. But luckily, Yellowstone's creator Sheridan took some time to talk about the highly anticipated spinoff. He revealed some juicy stuff like gossip, news, and drama about the show that made him famous, and even spilled some deets about his next big project with none other than McConaughey. And you want to know the best part? The show is being called a new chapter in the Yellowstone universe. And what's even more exciting is the fact that Matthew's series will have a completely new cast and location. That's right, after filming in Montana for 5 years, we'll finally see the Western drama being played out in a different location. Even though Sheridan is keeping the location under wraps, chances are it'll be shot on his 4-6's ranch. The creator also revealed his idea for the spinoff is the same as his prequels, and if you catch his drift, he's hinting that the new show might not include the beloved characters from the original series, which is a huge bummer. But hey, it's Sheridan we're talking about. The guy knows how to pull off a masterpiece. So brace yourselves for a wild Western ride because we're in for a treat, especially since Sheridan had nothing but praise for his new star actor. Now that the OG show is getting ready to say goodbye, fans are finally gonna find out what'll go down with Kevin Costner's character and his family on their Montana ranch. Taylor's already working on the next big thing and revealed that he's been cooking up some exciting stuff with Matthew. Looks like they're really invested in this spinoff. Taylor also spilled the beans about how McConaughey will make his debut in the Yellowstone universe and the impact he'll have on the entire franchise. The two have been talking about this opportunity for way longer than fans know, so it's no wonder why Sheridan thinks Matthew is a natural fit for the show. The two have had a couple of chats over the years and even tossed around some ideas. But it was when Matthew actually watched the show that he wanted to be a part of Taylor's universe. According to Sheridan, McConaughey mentioned how the Western world was so different from the modern one, and he wanted to dive headfirst into the universe. All Sheridan had to say in response was, "Let's do it." But hold on there, cowboys. The spinoff will take some time before you can see it. It was scheduled to come out in December 2023, but considering how Sheridan only has the basic idea for the spinoff right now, there's no way they can release it on schedule without it feeling super rushed. And even if that wasn't an issue, there are a lot of external factors that might cause a delay, with the WGA strike being the biggest culprit. The thing is, every 3 years, the WGA sits down with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers to work out a contract, and before it becomes official, the WGA members have to give it their thumbs up. But this time around, the members gave a thumbs up for a strike instead, because they didn't reach an agreement. Their biggest argument revolves around the pay that the writers get, because when shows and movies are rerun, the production company has to pay a portion of the revenue to the writers as well. This way, they keep getting money from commercials and stuff that runs in between episodes. But now, thanks to streaming, that's not the case anymore. And writers don't make enough money because their contracts mostly cover reruns and not subscription-based services. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Screen Actors Guild has also gone on strike for the same reason, making it even harder for Sheridan to release Yellowstone Season 5 on time, let alone a spin-off he's just started working on. But there's another factor that'll delay the show, and that's paperwork. Even though back in March of 2023, Chris McCarthy revealed that McConaughey is gonna be a part of the Yellowstone gang, the actor hasn't actually signed any contracts yet, but is in the final stages of negotiation. And when the word got out that McConaughey was joining Yellowstone, people were worried that he was gonna replace Costner, but luckily that's not the case. When Paramount announced that the show will be a sequel to Yellowstone, they also clarified that the main show is gonna end after the second half of Season 5. And considering how Matthew feels about the franchise, he'll sign the papers in no time. He really loves it because it's simple. Because it's all about John Dutton doing whatever it takes to protect his land and family. when the world tries to mess with them. Matthew also mentioned that in this cowboy world, it's kinda messed up that they think trespassing is more acceptable than for other people. But he really digs how the show makes it simple to know what's right and wrong. All black and white, no gray areas. You gotta protect your family and land, plain and simple. And he couldn't stop praising John Dutton either. When asked if he thinks John doesn't always follow the law, McConaughey simply said John's above the law. He's this powerful patriarch who sets his own rules and does whatever it takes to protect what's his. So who wouldn't want to lead a Yellowstone show after that? Speaking of which, the creator doesn't even know who the main character is at the moment. When revealing the new details about the spinoff, Taylor cleverly avoided talking about Matthew's new role, but did mention a few important things about the star's position in the universe. While giving us a sneak peek inside the show, he said that there are so many places where this old way of life still exists. A 150-year-old way of living clashing against the modern age. But the challenges they're facing are completely different. This show's story also can be told in multiple locations. The creator added that he doesn't have the whole idea for the series figured out yet, but what he does know is that the title will have Yellowstone in it. And Matthew's show will be similar to the prequels 1883 and 1923. So at this point, there's no telling how this story will fit into the whole Yellowstone universe. But did you know there's a huge chance Matthew might hang out with some of the OG characters? Yes, that's right. A couple of the actors got offers to jump on the new show, meaning some crazy stuff could go down. And in all of this, you can bet Dutton's Ranch is gonna make an appearance sooner or later, even though fans are upset about Yellowstone ending. Some are really hyped to see McConaughey's take on the universe. When Cole Hauser celebrated his 48th birthday, one famous celeb we all know posted a picture with the actor on social media, and if you didn't know, Hauser actually plays Rip Wheeler on Yellowstone. But this isn't his first project in the industry. Before this, he starred in the teen comedy Dazed and Confused, and guess who his co-star was? None other than McConaughey. This movie single-handedly boosted Matthew's career, and his portrayal of David Wooderson wows fans to this day. But what a lot of people don't know is that even after 3 decades, McConaughey and Cole's friendship is still going strong. And the two practically watched each other grow in Hollywood. So you can see why Matthew couldn't resist the urge to post a picture on Cole's birthday of the two actors chilling together and having a great time. And you didn't need me to tell you that fans went nuts over the post. They started commenting that their favorite Dazed and Confused quotes, while others thought it could be a tease for a new collaboration, and immediately said, "Matthew, Rip needs you in Yellowstone." While some fans are over the moon about his casting, others think Sheridan made the wrong choice. Many of Costner's fans have even threatened to boycott the entire universe if Kevin doesn't show up in the second part of season 5. Yikes. Things really aren't looking too good for Taylor. Another fan added that removing Costner from Yellowstone will destroy the entire show, and adding McConaughey to the mix is even worse, blaming McConaughey for being the reason behind John Dutton's potential death. But some of them were more realistic about the whole thing and said that everyone should buckle and see what happens, because none of their whining and cries are gonna make Costner return. A lot of the fans think that Matthew just doesn't have what it takes to be a cowboy, let alone on the Yellowstone Ranch, which means he can never fully be a part of the franchise. So, from the unwelcoming Costner fans straight up rejecting the actor to Matthew's new character being the reason behind John Dutton's potential death, those were new details Taylor Sheridan dropped about Matthew McConaughey's Yellowstone spinoff.